All right, let's get started. So welcome everyone to the online workshop, One Simple Shift You Need to Have It Be Easy to Be Healthy. If you haven't already said hello, join in the chat box and let us know your name and where you're watching from. Do you ever look at those people who seem to love eating salad and going to the gym and wonder what they know that you don't? They can eat whatever they want and yet stay slim, fit, and have that beautiful glow of the truly healthy. It's like these people all know a secret that no one else knows about how it can be easy to be healthy. Is it just that they've found enough willpower to follow a healthy diet and exercise program? Sort of. You already know that eating a healthy, balanced diet and regular exercise are vital components of a healthy lifestyle. But there's more to it than that. Otherwise, you'd be doing it already. Each of these people who are living the dream, enjoying what they eat, getting excited about exercise, and easily maintaining a healthy weight have all cracked the healthy lifestyle code. They are living their intuitive, healthy lifestyle. They've figured out exactly what their body needs, and they've learned to tune into their body's intuition so that taking care of themselves comes easily. Just as your body craves water when you're thirsty, your body also craves healthy food, movement, mindfulness, and spiritual practices. And it's telling you these things all throughout the day. These people have just reconnected to their intuitive nature and are responding to the messages that they receive. Deep down, there's a big part of you that wants this too. Not because you want to get into bodybuilding or running a marathon or bikini competitions, but because you feel a deep, almost spiritual desire to take good care of your body, to feel better and raise the vibration of your overall energy. You want to be healthy. You want to have more energy, sleep better, and feel more confident in your skin and feel less stressed out about all of this. But you feel stuck. Maybe you've tried more times than you can count to get healthy, and nowadays there are so many options out there for which diet you could be following or exercise style or spiritual practices, and you don't even know where to start or what the best option is. I totally get it. I'm Heather Thatcher, and I help people tap into their body's intuitive, innate knowing so that taking care of their health and wellness no longer feels like work. It doesn't matter your age, your background, or how many times you've fallen off and gotten back on this fitness wagon. Once you reconnect to your intuitive health, everything shifts for you. It worked for Susie, a stressed out mama who's completely healed her relationship with food and overcome past trauma. And Dan, who struggles with many chronic illnesses, but transformed his lifestyle and lost a lot of weight by reconnecting to his intuition and his self-worth. Or Rashmi, the busy registered dietitian who finally overcame her own emotional eating habits. What all of these people have in common is that all of them had a pretty good idea of what they should be doing to be healthy, but just couldn't figure out how to make that work in their busy life. Maybe that's the same problem you have. And if you stay to the end of the webinar, I will tell you exactly how to get my intuition building package, which has all that you need to start strengthening your intuition and becoming more intuitive so that you can also tap into your intuitive healthy lifestyle like Susie, Dan, and Rashmi. So this intuitive building package has a PDF guide that talks about crystals, intuition building activities that you can do. It comes with a few guided meditations to help get you started. Plus, I have a special private online event that I'll be leading exclusively for people who stay to the end of this workshop. It's going to be happening on the next new moon, and there will be a special new moon ritual there where I'll guide you through the energy of this moon and help you go deeper into your intuition, providing some long-distance Reiki healing energy to all participants. And then after it's over, I will be there live for as long as it takes to answer your questions and to address everything that comes up for you in this exclusive online event. So stick around to the end of this workshop to find out all of the details for that. But before we get started, I want to warn you about something. We are going to cover a lot in this workshop, so please don't feel intimidated. Be gentle with yourself. The purpose of the other downloadable guide that I have for you, the Intuitive Health System Blueprint, is to break this process down into small, manageable pieces so you can continue to improve your health by refining your lifestyle. And you can go and get that by going to heatherthatcher.com/blueprint or by clicking the link beside this video or checking out the show notes. You want to avoid going for the New Year's Eve style overhaul, and you don't have to do all of this right now. And I just want to show you the path so that you can start thinking about how this will work best for you. And that begins by following the 5 steps of my intuitive health system that I outline in that intuitive health blueprint. I'm going to go over each of the steps with you today, and then I'm going to show you how they all come together with a case study from one of my clients. As I said before, there is so much confusing and conflicting health information out there. We're bombarded every day with some expert or social media influencer that's talking about how one diet or one exercise program is better than all the others. There's even research, legitimate scientific research that supports some of these claims, and they're also conflicting. I used to struggle with all of this. I would be swept up chasing trends, trying to keep up on the research and follow what I thought I should be doing and what was best for my health. Over the course of my career as a registered nurse, I've been trained to follow the evidence. For a long time, I was following a strict, healthy, balanced vegan diet, but found myself craving Greek yogurt and cheese. Eventually, my willpower would crack and I would have a bowl of Greek yogurt and berries or a little bit of cheese in a salad, and I would feel so guilty, like I had done something wrong because I cheated on my diet. But cheese and yogurt are healthy. They're so good for you. Still, I struggled with it. I've always been drawn to yoga and Pilates, but when I looked to see if you could lose weight with yoga, the resounding answer was no. So because I felt that maintaining a healthy weight was my goal, I ignored this pull to go to yoga and Pilates classes and instead got myself to the gym for some cardio and strength training. And getting to the gym, though, took a ton of willpower and motivation. It was never easy, and I never felt this burning desire to go to the gym. It was just something that I had to do. Then a mentor appeared in my life and she started teaching me about intuition, Reiki, and energy healing. And this led me down a wonderful path of self-discovery and learning more about traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, as well as understanding our energetic health, our meridians, our chakras, and how all of these things come together. And as I learned more about these holistic methods, I discovered something that shook me. According to these methods, my body thrives on a vegetarian diet with a moderate amount of dairy, as well as on gentle strength building like with yoga and Pilates. All this time, I'd been searching for the right diet and exercise that would click and make it easy and make me want to take care of myself rather than just feeling like I have to or because I should. But my body, my intuition was telling me what I needed all along. This is the moment where intuitive health came into my life and changed everything. When we listen to our body, being healthy no longer feels like work. You already know how to do this. You drink something when you're thirsty, you eat when you're hungry, you go to bed when you're tired. Your body is also telling you when you need to get up and move, and what kind of exercise is going to have you feeling revived and energetic rather than leave you feeling tired and drained. Your body is already telling you which foods are working for you and which ones aren't. And your body is telling you the emotions that need comforting with self-care practices rather than food. So how do you retrain yourself to become in tune with these subtle messages from your body and also achieve your intuitive healthy lifestyle? This is where my intuitive health system comes into play. Now, if you're thinking, well, that sounds great, but how do I actually do that? How do I know what works best for my body, what to include in my dreamy lifestyle vision, and how to change my habits for good? Maybe you're thinking of all the other times that you've tried to change your habits and failed, or all of the different supplements, shakes, patches, home workout programs, diets, wraps, and gym memberships that you tried that let you down. You are not alone. It is so common to make the mistake of focusing in on what you think you should do rather than connecting with who you really are. That's where the main disconnect is for a lot of people, including my husband, Dustin. He wanted to start taking better care of himself and start losing weight and set goals on what he thought he should be doing. He wrote out a goal that followed the SMART goal criteria of being specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and with a time limit. He wanted to go to the gym 3 days a week before work and would start eating a salad every day for lunch. Which seems like a pretty reasonable place to start, right? Maybe it sounds similar to a New Year's resolution that we may have had in the past. But again, Dustin's focus was on what he thought he should do because the research was behind it and he wanted to achieve a weight loss goal by a certain time. Getting to the gym was a struggle, and by the time he drove all the way across the city to go to the gym by his work, he only had 30 minutes to spend at the gym. Plus, working out in this way was contributing to some anxiety, and every time he did some cardio, it felt like he was adding stress to his day rather than being good to his body. As for the salads, Dustin quickly learned that eating a salad legitimately made him angry. There was a little internal rage when lunchtime came around and he had to sit down to eat his healthy salad with all kinds of vegetables, nuts, seeds, and beans, and he came to me frustrated, saying I wish I liked vegetables. I have a friend that says all the time he really likes veggies, but I just hate them. After he and I talked a little bit, Dustin discovered that the gym really doesn't work for him because it doesn't align with who he really is. And after a little experimenting, he realized that running makes him feel empowered and that rock climbing is so much more exciting than lifting weights for him. Salads obviously were not working for him, but he just hadn't found the right veggies for him yet. So instead of forcing himself to eat a salad, he now has some cherry tomatoes and carrot sticks as an afternoon snack. It has roasted vegetables with dinner, a nice veggie and cheese omelet for breakfast. When Dustin released his focus on doing and realigned with what truly works for him, he noticed things shifting. Cravings for other unhealthy foods started to become less strong, and he found himself wanting to go for a run, wanting to have a bubble bath before bed, and wanting to go deeper into spiritual practices through Qigong because yoga doesn't really work for him. And the weight loss happened naturally because he was living in a way that brought his body, mind, spirit back into balance. If you're wondering how to start achieving this for yourself, let's go back to the Intuitive Health System blueprint. As you can see, step 1 is to slow down and start listening to your intuition. Our intuitive messages can be subtle. We're living in a fast-forward world right now, constantly thinking, constantly doing, constantly connected, and we're receiving a steady stream of smartphone notifications. Our intuitive messages from our body can't compete with all of this. As we talked about earlier, and as you can see when you get the Intuition Building Guide, you have to slow down enough to create little moments of quiet space where your intuition has a chance to speak up and be heard. Yoga, Qigong, Reiki, crystals, cards, hypnosis, meditation, all of these things are great for creating the space you need to continue the journey inward and reestablish a strong connection to your intuition. But of all of these options, and know that I practice all of them, meditation is the one that will give you the fastest and most effective results, and I'm going to tell you why. With yoga, Qigong, Reiki, crystals, cards, hypnosis, you need other things to help you guide the practice. You either need to be taught how to do yoga or Qigong, or you need physical things like crystals or cards. And with Reiki, yoga, Qigong, and hypnosis, you might also need an experienced guide or practitioner that will help you move through the process. But with meditation, all you need is you. Just you. Wherever you are, exactly as you are. Meeting our highest self on such a simple plane can bring us into alignment with our goals in the easiest and fastest way. If you think about it, you're just trying to become more in tune with your body, and meditation focuses on just that. Which brings me to step 2. Now that you've developed a stronger intuitive connection to your body, you're ready to start discovering more about your true nature, your elemental influences, and your core belief systems. Maintaining healthy habits becomes easier when you're in alignment with who you really are. In this part of my program, we dive deep into traditional healing methods. We discover your totem animal and reconnect to spirit guides and your highest self, all to uncover more about your spiritual nature. But we also bring this to the physical plane as well and look at nutrition, which foods work for you and which ones don't. We're learning how your body responds to different food without assigning labels. Remember Dustin, who felt a little rage when eating a salad? That way of consuming vegetables was out of alignment for him, but snacking on carrot sticks and having a hearty vegetable stew works well. As for exercise, I've been saying for a while, if you're not a morning person, stop trying to be. Stop trying to force yourself to get up early and go to the gym if it isn't working for you. The second step of the process is all about experimenting, being open to trying different things, and noticing how you want to feel afterwards. I have a system that speeds this process up, but what you're really looking for is moments of resistance, procrastination, or unwanted emotions. These are all signs that we're out of alignment with who we really are and who we want to be. From this place of deep understanding about ourselves and our nature, we move on to step 3, and we set health goals that will be easy for us to stick to because they're in alignment with who we are, what we like, and with our greatest good. Often when we set health goals, we're really focused on what we need to do. We write down goals that go something like, I will go to the gym 3 days a week before work, I will eat healthier meals, eat more vegetables, and I will start a daily meditation practice. Sound about right to you? As you can see, though, it's very focused on what you need to do. This is how most goal-setting systems work, even that SMART goal-setting system. But like I said, focusing exclusively on what you need to do is flawed. Think of it this way. Every single person who applies for a job and goes for the job interview has the same goal. They all want to get hired, but only one person gets the job. Does that mean that everyone else's goals weren't as good as that one successful person? Absolutely not. The company wasn't interested in who had the most specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely goals. What the company cared about was who that person was, who they are. When we set health goals that aren't about what we could do, but are about who we want to be, everything shifts. To show you how powerful this is, I'd like to share an example with you. Let's say you're trying to quit smoking and a friend offers you a cigarette. Our typical answer would be, no thanks, I'm trying to quit smoking. When we say this, we're relying on our willpower to resist that temptation. But what if instead your answer to your friend was, no thanks, I'm not a smoker? Did you feel that shift? Can you see how powerful it is? In the first answer where you said, no thanks, I'm trying to quit smoking, you're still identifying yourself as a smoker. But in the other answer, you're focused on who you want to be. The person that you want to be is not a smoker, and non-smokers aren't tempted by a cigarette, so of course you would say no. Let's look at this from another angle. Rashmi, the registered dietitian who I introduced to you earlier, wanted to break her habit of emotional eating. And even though she talked to her clients every day about strategies to help them overcome this problem, she felt stuck. And she would keep coming home after a stressful day, abandon her meal plan, and order some comfort food. She had tried so many times to break free from this habit and would come home after a long day and just be tempted by comfort food. Initially, she would say to herself, I'm going to stick to my meal plan instead, which again is the strategy that relies on willpower. After working together, Rashmi and I changed the statement to, I use self-care to recover after a stressful day, not food. In the first statement, Rashmi saw herself as someone who's trying to stop eating for emotional reasons, but still identified as an emotional eater. But now Rashmi identifies as someone who has a bubble bath or reads a good book or spends time with friends and family instead of turning to food for comfort. Because our true nature is to seek connection, to support our body with nutrient-rich food, mindful movement, and life balance. When you connect to this core of your being, taking care of yourself becomes easy because you'll be able to create affirmation statements like Rashmi that are in line with what works for you. You'll be able to release what you think you should be doing and simply respond to what your mind, body, spirit is asking for. It's not a question about if you have enough willpower or motivation anymore. You're either a runner or not a runner. You're either a yogi or not into yoga. You're either someone who enjoys eating a salad or you prefer your vegetables another way. You either find bubble baths rejuvenating or massages relaxing, or you prefer some other kind of self-care. Tuning into your nature and reconnecting to your intuitive, healthy lifestyle helps you create these lifestyle affirmations to bring your whole life into alignment. When you're living fully aligned with your intuitive nature, that's where the power of an intuitive, healthy lifestyle starts to manifest in your life. Now, you may be thinking, I've tried so many times to change and live a healthier life, but it always fails, and I just go back to my old habits. Maybe my true nature is just to be lazy and eat junk food. I'm going to break that down into two parts. First things first, your body was built to thrive. It was built for movement and nutrient-rich food to fuel and balance your body. It is in no one's true nature to eat food that makes you feel sluggish, bloated, and gives you digestive issues. And you are not meant to be stationary. You are not the problem. And you need to stop blaming yourself for that. It's just that you haven't closed the gap between your current unwanted habits and your soul's true nature. Secondly, let's talk about all those times that you've tried to change and live a healthier life. There's a story about a reporter that questioned Thomas Edison about his 1,000 failures on his way to creating the light bulb. The reporter asked, how did it feel to fail 1,000 times? And Edison responded, I didn't fail. I just discovered 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb. So maybe you have tried supplements, powders, shakes, wraps, patches, workout programs, personal trainers, or every diet under the sun, and none of them have worked for you long term. But now you're way ahead of the curve because you know all of the things that don't work for you. You already know what doesn't align with your true nature, and maybe you have some hints as to what does. So you're way ahead. Now you get to celebrate everything you know that doesn't work for you. What a relief to know that you've already crossed some options off the list. The other main concern I hear from people is that they feel that they are too busy and can't find the time to be healthy. They just have too much going on, too many responsibilities, and they're stretched so thin already that the idea of adding on regular exercise or even just cooking at home a few times per week seems almost impossible. Plus, their schedule is all over the place, and it's hard to get into any kind of routine when your daily to-do list and appointments are so different every single day. But that's where an intuitive, healthy lifestyle will help you identify the parts of your schedule that are against your nature and help you reclaim your lifestyle, your schedule, your responsibilities, and align everything in your life so that you find that beautiful balance you've been searching for. So how do you discover your true nature and craft those lifestyle affirmations that we talked about? It all starts with one question. You need to ask yourself, what do I really want? Because sure, your initial goal might be to lose some weight and get to the gym more often, but what do you really want? Do you want to go to the gym? Or do you want to feel confident in your body and be able to do whatever it is that you want to do? Do you want to have your clothes fit nicely and have all the energy you need? Probably that, right? The weight loss is something that will come naturally when you're living your lifestyle as the person who loves their body, has tons of energy, and can do anything they want without feeling like their body or their health is holding them back. In order to craft your lifestyle affirmation statements, you need to follow these 3 steps. You need to set your doing goal. You need to reflect on what you really want and if this is in line with what works for you. And then you need to write your statement out as if it's already happened. Let's work through an example together. Let's say you want to start up a daily meditation practice where you spend 1 hour meditating every morning. That's your doing goal. Now, what do you really want? Why do you want to meditate for an hour every day? Start writing down everything that comes to mind. Take some time and write out at least 5 different answers for why. So maybe your answers go something like this. Because this blogger or influencer meditates every day and they seem to be happy. Because mindfulness seems to work for a lot of people. Because there's a lot of research showing the health benefits of meditation. Because I want to have the calm energy I see so many people have when they meditate regularly. Because I'm tired and feeling flustered all the time and I want to feel more in control and less triggered. You want to write out at least 5 because as you can see on this list, the longer you write, the deeper you get. And you'll know when you've hit your deep reason often because it's coming from an emotional and vulnerable place. The first 4 reasons I wrote were perfectly good reasons to meditate, but the last reason has the greatest impact on my life on a personal level. So really, it's not that I want to meditate for an hour every day. It's that I want to feel more balanced and in control and less triggered in my life. So sure, maybe meditation is the answer, but maybe it's not. Now my lifestyle affirmation statement can reflect what I truly want, not be caught up in what I think I should be doing. This gives me an excellent starting point to start aligning my intuitive, healthy lifestyle. So don't worry about how you're going to achieve that lifestyle affirmation. We'll get there. But first, I want to work through another example with you. Say that we want to go to the gym 3 to 5 days per week before work. That's the doing goal. So now I'll take a moment to ask, what do I really want? Why do I want to go to the gym 3 to 5 days per week? Because I want to lose weight and become more fit? Because exercise is good for my body and lowers my risk for disease? Because I want to tone my body so I can feel better about how I look? Because I want my clothes to fit better? Because I'm tired of avoiding getting my picture taken or standing in the back so that I can't be seen as well. Because I want to finally feel like myself again and have my inner strength and confidence be reflected on the outside. Now that I've hit the emotional foundation of this doing goal with my brainstorming, I'm ready to write my lifestyle affirmation statement. I am confident in my body and my outward appearance reflects who I am on the inside, alive, vibrant, and healthy. Remember, don't focus on how yet. For right now, you're just trying to become really clear on what your ultimate health goals are. You want to know what your dreamy lifestyle vision is and have that be as clear as possible. The other key is to write your lifestyle statement as if it were already true. Stay away from phrases like I want or I feel and stick with I am. You're breaking free of your current belief system that's keeping you stuck and creating a new set of thought patterns that are going to help you move forward. When you're still living in your limiting beliefs, you're identifying as someone who follows those unhealthy habits and is trying to change. After you've released those beliefs, though, you now identify yourself as someone who opts for the healthy option. I talk about how to do this in depth in my intuitive health program, but since that's more than what I can cover here today, let's move on to step 4, where you identify and release all habits that are keeping you stuck in old patterns. Now, there's a few different ways to do this that I teach in my intuitive health system, but one of them is my process for breaking an unwanted habit. Here's how it works. First, you identify the habit that you want to change, and then you identify the real cause of the problem. And I'm going to tell you right now that 99.9% of the time, it's not you. Look at all of the external influences and your learned behaviors that are contributing to you following this unwanted habit pattern and figure out what the real problem is. Then you brainstorm a large list of potential solutions. This is key because then as you move throughout the rest of the process and try out a solution, if it doesn't work, you won't be discouraged and feel like you failed. You just scratch that one off the list and come back to try something else. I'm going to explain how this works using my client Cindy as an example. She came to me struggling to break her habit of having a snack before bed. No matter what she tried, she felt that she didn't have enough willpower to break her bedtime snacking habit. After a short talk, we discovered that it wasn't that Cindy was weak or that she needed to find more willpower. It was that she let her dog out at night just before bed, and while her dog was out there doing their business, she would wait in the kitchen because the door to the backyard was right off the kitchen. So there she was, standing there in the kitchen with all of the delicious food in the fridge, calling her name, and she would be tempted to eat something while she waited for her dog. Cindy brainstormed a list of solutions, a big list, and then decided to try leaving a crossword puzzle book on the kitchen counter so she could distract herself when she let the dog out at night. She tried it for a few days, and it didn't go well. She still had to use a lot of willpower to resist having a snack and caved a few times and ate something. But instead of blaming herself, beating herself up, and feeling defeated, Cindy just came back to her brainstorm list, picked something else, and gave that a try. Now she takes the dog out the front door on a leash at night and has released this unwanted habit without requiring a ton of willpower. Building on this success, Cindy has gained so much momentum and her motivation soared. And that was just one of my many techniques that I teach in my intuitive health system to help you release your unwanted habits and limiting beliefs. Letting go of core beliefs that no longer serve you is an essential part of sticking to your intuitive healthy lifestyle because those thought patterns are going to be what keeps bringing you back to your old habits when life throws you a curveball, which is what the last step is all about. By now, you've greatly strengthened your intuition and your connection to your body. You know more about your nature, your spirit guides, totem animal, and you know what works for you when it comes to nutrition, exercise, self-care, and spiritual practices. You'll have set your health goals in a way that is in alignment with all of this, and you'll have released all unwanted thought patterns that are keeping you stuck. You're already way ahead of the curve because most people are still caught up in what they think they should be doing, but you are in alignment with what works best for you. Your internal environment is all set. So now we need to set up your external environment so that it's easy for you to stick to your desired habits. It's all well and good to have your beautiful health goals clearly laid out and know that they're going to make you happy, but if you get distracted and thrown off course, it's going to be an uphill battle. Think of it this way. If your goal was to clean a room, you absolutely could buckle down and get it done. But if you didn't have any cleaning habits and an organizational system in place, that room's just going to get messy again, and you're going to have to keep starting over. Having worked through all of the steps up to this point, you now know exactly what you need to do. So now it's time to start setting up your physical reality, your living environment in such a way that it cues you to check in with your body, to follow your intuitive health plan and stick to the foods that make you feel amazing and remind you which kind of exercises make you feel alive. Let's say you know that after a stressful day, getting out into nature really relaxes you and helps you release all of the tension from the day. This will then make it easier for you to stick to your meal plan and to continue to fuel your body in a way that works for you, rather than to order some comfort food that leaves you feeling sluggish, bloated, and guilty. You know that a quick walk outside will make all of the difference for you, so now you brainstorm. Maybe you park the car a short distance from your work so that you have to walk through a beautiful park in order to get back to your car and drive home. Or maybe you leave your running shoes out by where you usually come home and put your keys. You'll have that visual reminder of your running shoes to help honor what your intuition has told you will work best for you. This is just one way that you can change your environment to better support what you know will work for your health. I'm sure you can think of other things like this. Keeping snack foods and treats out of the house, for example, so that you have to go to a store to get a treat if you want one. Or maybe organizing your fridge so that the fruits and vegetables are put in perfect snack size amounts in containers on the shelf at eye level, so that when you honor the intuitive message that your body is hungry, you could open the fridge and be greeted by this nutrient-rich, delicious snack. There are so many ways that our environment can influence our habits, and some of them are out of our control, like the fact that food marketing agencies, whose job is to get us to eat more food, spend 500 times more money than global organizations spend on disease prevention. That's wild, right? But knowing this fact and others like it that I teach in my intuitive health system gives the power back to you. You know what to watch out for now, so instead of having it subconsciously influence you, you can call it out for what it is and stay aligned with your intuitive health plan. Now let's look at how these 5 steps work together using an example of one of my intuitive health graduates, Isla. Isla is a busy career woman who feels like her life is going at a breakneck pace. Her schedule was all over the place, and she struggled to create any consistent momentum with her health goals. Isla already has a pretty good idea of what she should be doing to be healthy, but she was so tired of starting over, having tried so many trends, but none of them worked for her long term. She was unhappy with her body and just wanted to feel stronger, feel better, less stiff, and less sore. Rather than doing what she usually did, which was to try and overhaul her lifestyle and try to change everything overnight, Isla gave herself permission to rest. Within a few days, she noticed that she was starting to feel less frazzled and became more open and aware of what her body was telling her. She said it was like coming home, like this part of me was always there, just waiting for me to come back to it. I don't think I realized how far away I'd gotten from who I really am until I gave it some time to rest, relax, slow down, and hear myself think. Then Isla began the process of self-discovery, learning more about herself, her nature, what worked for her and what didn't, all of which strengthened her ability to interpret her responses to different kinds of physical activity, different foods, and different self-care practices. You make it so easy. Initially, when I knew that we'd be going through to figure out which foods were not working for me, I figured I'd be in it for the long haul. But after the first few days, it became so much more clear to me, and then it was like a light switch went off in my brain, and I didn't even have to try that fitness class at the gym or test out that meal to just know that it wasn't in alignment with who I am. I see what you mean about resistance now. It's like an early warning system or spidey sense that lets me know that this isn't going to work for me, and it saves me a ton of time and trial and error. Isla now moved into the 3rd step and set health goals that were in alignment with her. Setting health goals felt different this time because she wasn't just writing down something that she thought she should, but it was clear, detailed, and 100% in line with her real goals, what she really wanted for her life. And it got her excited. Instead of looking at the health goals and hoping that they would work, she was really looking forward to following through. And from there, it was like a snowball effect. Isla found it easy to release unhelpful thought patterns because she was starting to experience what her life would be like after she had achieved her goals. But she was already getting that feeling of accomplishment much sooner than she expected. Now Isla happily lives a healthy, vibrant life, lost her extra weight, and never has to worry about counting calories or where she's going to find the time, energy, and motivation to exercise. Isla's win is a great example of how the intuitive health system works. And these 5 steps apply to you no matter where you're at in your health journey, whether you want to lose weight or maintain your current weight, but also feel better and just take better care of yourself. This process helps you align with what's best for your body, your mind, and your spirit. And when you're in alignment and the 5 elements of earth, air, water, fire, and ether are balanced within your body, your health goals will follow naturally. Outlining this would be way too much information to cover here, so I'll share one example of how the 5 elements can influence our body and our health goals, especially if weight loss is one of your goals. Fire is an important element that we all have to some degree in our lives. Emotionally, it's our drive, our innermost motivation, and when it's out of balance, we can definitely feel it. In our physical body, fire is related to our metabolism and several other physiological processes. Either there's too much fire and our metabolism is high, we feel hot all the time, maybe we get sweaty more easily, we feel exhausted, and we're struggling to keep weight on. Our body is burning through energy faster than we can take it in. On the other hand, if we have too little fire, our metabolism is sluggish, we find it hard to get moving, and it's very difficult to lose weight. People who feel like they can't even look at a donut without gaining a little weight have this imbalance in the fire element. All 5 elements create a balance in your body, and so in order to bring fire back into balance, we have to identify where the other elements are out of balance as well. Then, through crystals, spiritual practices like yoga and qigong, as well as through energy healing treatments such as the long-distance Reiki sessions that I offer my students, can help bring the 5 elements back into balance and make it easier for you to achieve and maintain your health goals. We cover all of this in depth in my Intuitive Health program. Once you've completed the 5 steps of the Intuitive Health Blueprint, you will feel less stress, you'll feel less out of balance, and you'll be less worried about your health. You'll barely have to think of it at all because you'll be so in tune with your body that you'll find yourself craving exercise, healthy food, and know how to discover exactly what you need at any given moment. You'll easily maintain a healthy weight without having to weigh and measure your food, count calories, or follow some restrictive diet. Your body won't hold you back, and you'll be able to keep up with your busy schedule and feel back in control. You'll feel like yourself again. A healthy body, mind, and spirit is no longer just a dream for you. You're now going to be living it every single day, and it will be wonderful. Okay, so now I know we covered a lot of information, and so what I want to do now is answer some of the questions that you may have. The first question I get asked a lot is, will this take a lot of time? I am already super busy, and I don't know if I have enough time to dedicate to this. I get it. Your schedule is a little hectic right now, and you're not sure that you're going to be able to keep up with everything in your life as well as add this on. But this is why one of the first steps in the Intuitive Health Blueprint that I shared with you today is to take the time to slow down and release some of the pressure you're putting on yourself. Remember, intuitive health is about learning what works for you and what doesn't. And in this first step, we're applying this principle to your schedule as well. You'll look and see where all of your time is going and use this information to let go of some of your commitments and to-do list items to bring your schedule into alignment as well. Plus, when you find the right balance for your nutrition, exercise, and self-care, you'll have more energy and be more efficient during your day. So you'll actually end up having more time. By working through your core beliefs, you'll know what's most important to you, and you'll become more assertive and know how to say no to the things that you really don't have time for. As I said before on my podcast, blog, and YouTube channel, the natural enemy of living a healthy life is taking on too much. You'll see this firsthand and exactly how to release this pattern as you work through my Intuitive Health Blueprint that you have access to on this page. Another concern that I hear from people is that they're worried that the intuitive health system won't work for them. They've tried so many different things in the past to improve their health, but they've been let down and keep feeling like they've failed. They wonder if their true nature is to just be lazy and worried that if they follow their intuition with their diet, they're just going to eat junk food, pizza, and ice cream all the time. But I want to assure you that this isn't true. Just like we talked about earlier, your body was built to thrive on movement and nutrient-rich food. It is in no one's true nature to eat food that doesn't fuel your body right, that leaves you feeling bloated with indigestion, and that feeling of that brain fog that you can get after eating too much junk food. Your body actually craves exercise and movement, and when you reconnect to your intuitive health, you'll hear these requests often. You are not the problem, and you are not the reason that all of those other programs have failed you. What those programs and diets have taught you is that the one-size-fits-all solution doesn't work. That's where the intuitive health system is different. It doesn't put you in a box and get you to conform your lifestyle and health choices around a set of rules. You get to write your own rules that are 100% unique to you, and the intuitive health system will walk you through every step of that process. Now, what if you're thinking that you don't know if you're ready for this and you're not sure that you're going to be able to stick with it? Maybe you're not feeling that in tune with your intuition, or maybe you're worried that you won't be able to stay accountable and will struggle to follow through. Well, this is a specialized program that attracts a select group of people, and you're going to be part of a tribe of people all on the same mission looking to improve their health through intuitive methods. You're going to be included in an online membership space with an app so you can access it from the convenience of your phone. You'll connect with like-minded souls who are also on their intuitive, healthy lifestyle journey with you. And you'll be connected with a small group of 5 to 7 other souls that will help form your own accountability tribe that truly gets you. They know where you're coming from, they know what you're trying to achieve, and they are there with you every step of the way, walking right beside you. And I am very active in the membership site as well as in each accountability tribe, because you don't have to figure this out all by yourself. All right, so we've spent about 45 minutes together so far, and we've talked about some of the best information that I could share with you in the time that we had available. I am so passionate about helping people get and stay healthy, which is why I focus much of my time and energy on helping have that come as easily and naturally to you. We're so busy. We need something that's going to work and flow into our life, not be something that we have to add to our massive to-do list. And I hope that you saw the value in what I shared here with you today, and you can see how you can apply that to your life. And if you've listened to what I've said so far, you've come to a kind of crossroads. And in fact, you now have to make a choice. The first path is to let go of everything that you learned today and just leave it all behind and just go back to living the life in the exact same way that you are right now. Which isn't ideal because you're obviously looking to change your life, your health, your self-talk. That's why you're here. So I don't think you're going to take that option. The second path is to go forward from here and try and figure the rest out on your own. As I said before, you already know what you should be doing, and now you've got the blueprint, so you might be able to figure it out on your own. It's probably what you're trying to do right now anyway. You've been trying to change your habits, and you're trying to keep your new strategies, hoping that something will work for you. Unfortunately, though, this is the long and hard way. Without a proven strategy and a guide, you end up making a lot of mistakes, going down the wrong path, trying strategies that aren't going to work for you. And some of these mistakes will cost you money, and even worse, it'll take a lot of time and leave you in this frustrated state of your habits for even longer than you need to be. I've been there. It took me over 10 years to put all of the pieces together and figure all of this out. And 10 years is a long time to wait and struggle and hope for the best. So that brings us to option 3. You don't have to figure all of this out on your own. I created the intuitive health system based on everything that I learned and will help you find the shortcut to the learning curve so that you can save time and get to where you want to be as fast as possible. This is the best option. And this is the opportunity that I'm offering you today. I've put together a program that will walk you through my intuitive health system, which is designed to show you exactly what you need to do to get real results for your health and wellness. Over the course of 12 weeks, you and the other members of your intuitive health tribe are going to work through a group coaching program where I will guide you through the 5 steps of my intuitive health system. In the first module, I'm going to help you strengthen your intuition and reconnect to your intuitive nature so that you can hear those subtle messages from your body. This module is all about resting and restoring your energy, healing your body, and starting into spiritual practices again. You'll discover your spirit animal and what that means for you. We'll connect you to your highest self and your spirit guides, and I will also give you the rundown on your main 7 in-body chakras and how these energetic organs affect your health. In this first module, you'll also have the opportunity to sign up for a long-distance Reiki energy healing session with me, where we'll clear all of the blocks, negative energies, and attachments so that you can move forward through this process, clear-headed and ready to take it all on. From there, we'll identify your core beliefs and core values and bring your schedule back into alignment with these things so that you have the time and energy for what's most important for you. Now that your connection to your intuition is stronger, Module 2 will dive deep into uncovering your nature, what works best for you, and what doesn't. We'll talk about the ancient healing systems of Ayurveda, and I will show you how to discover your dosha, which will speed up the process for you and understand what kind of exercise and nutrition and self-care practices will work best for you. We will also look at traditional Chinese medicine principles and how the 5 elements of fire, air, water, earth, and ether influence our physical, emotional, and energetic bodies. And I will show you exactly how to figure out which of these 5 elements is out of balance and give you the exact strategies and steps that you need to bring this all back into balance. I will show you exactly how to identify which foods work for you and which ones are not, help you release unwanted emotional eating habits, boredom eating habits, and show you how to find exercise that will get you freaking excited to do. Now that you know what works for you and you've started to release your thoughts on what you think you should be doing and starting to feel more in alignment with who you really are, we're going to set health goals in a way that guarantee your success. You'll see how this system of goal setting is different because rather than focusing on what you think you should do, we're going to bring your lifestyle into alignment with who you want to be. Remember what we talked about earlier. A runner loves to run. A yogi has a daily yoga practice. A meditator meditates every day without having to try and find space to squeeze it in. You will set health goals in such a way that it helps define who you are in your core. And then module 4 is where we'll identify and release all thought patterns and habits that are keeping you stuck. I will guide you through several exercises to uncover your limiting beliefs, uncover your self-talk patterns, and the emotions driving them. And then I'll set you up to surrender those so that you can move forward with absolutely nothing holding you back. At this point, you will also receive another long-distance Reiki energy healing session to continue to clear your energy. And we'll also talk one-on-one specifically about what you can do to maintain your energetic health based on the patterns that I see while facilitating your healing. These first 4 modules are going to be focused in on creating an internal environment where it's going to be easy for you to make decisions that support your ultimate health and wellness. Module 5 is where we look at setting up your external environment with systems and habits that will make it easy for you to stick to your goals. Following the 4 laws of effective habit change, we're going to brainstorm together how to best apply these to your life specifically. Your home, your lifestyle, your desired goals, all of the things that will come together in this module. And we'll all round it off by creating a habit with an attitude of gratitude. Because living in a place of gratefulness helps you attract the energy that you want. And it's been scientifically proven to alter the way that your neurochemicals act in your brain. It's so cool. Each week, I will meet with you and your accountability tribe of others also working together on this program with you. I will share all of the information that you need to keep advancing on your intuitive health journey, and will stay as long as we need to answer everyone's questions. And if you can't join the conversation live that week, the video will be made available to you to watch at your own convenience, and there will also be an audio version so that you can listen and re-listen to that week's session as many times as you'd like, and you can bring it with you on the go. I will be very active in the discussion posts for the group, and I will have open office hours for where you can send me an email and I will write you back as fast as my fingers can type. You will also receive your intuitive health workbook, which will give you actionable exercises, downloadable worksheets, and reflective questions to help you move deeper into what we talk about in the coaching sessions. And finally, you will also receive a full set of daily guided meditations that are unique every single day of this program. They start off by being just a few minutes long and work their way up, and each meditation is in line with what we're talking about in the coaching session and will take you one step further to help you download what we talk about into your energy. This is also one of the strategies that we're going to be using to help manifest the lifestyle that you want in your current reality. Your guided meditation library will be over 40 hours of guided meditation, but don't worry, you won't have to do all of that at once. You'll start off with 5 minutes a day and slowly increase that as we move through the program. All right, so you get all of that plus a few extra bonus gifts. The first gift that I have for you is the Intuitive Health Crystal Set, which is a $75 value. You'll receive hand-picked crystals infused with Reiki healing energy specific to protecting your energy, strengthening your intuition, and improving your physical health and wellness. These will be arriving for you before the start of the program with a little information sheet so you can know how to put the energy of these crystals into action. These will give you that extra boost of intuitive building energy as you get started on your journey to trusting your intuition. The next bonus gift that I have for you if you join is 6 months of access to the Become Intuitive online tribe, which is a $234 value. This is a membership site dedicated to strengthening your intuition and spiritual practices. There are workshops, live chats, new moon and full moon practices, discussion posts, and a tribe of people who have got your back. It isn't on Facebook or any other social platform like that. It's on an app all our own, which you can access from a web browser as well as from the convenience of your phone. This membership site also comes with my Intuitive Building Signature program, which will help you advance through the 5 stages of developing your intuition. Plus, following the completion of my upcoming yoga teachers training, I will also be posting regular yoga classes to the membership space so that you can use these classes to deepen your intuitive yoga practice. You get full access to all of this right away when you sign up for the Intuitive Health System. Plus, it will give you extra accountability that you need after the group coaching program is over to make sure that you stay on track with your goals. I am also very active in this membership membership site, so you'll be able to send me messages and get extra support that way as well. And if you join before May 23rd, 2019 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, you will also get 4 extra 60 one-on-one coaching calls, just me and you. In each of these 60-minute coaching calls, you and I will go over what you've gotten so far from the group coaching sessions. We'll add an extra layer of accountability. I will answer all of your questions personally, and it'll give us more focused time to help you overcome your own unique obstacles that come up for you as you work through the program. I typically charge $125 per coaching call, so by signing up today and taking fast action on this opportunity, you will pretty much pay for the entire course by just receiving this bonus. So to summarize, by signing up for the Intuitive Health Program today, you will get a 12-week group coaching program with weekly coaching calls and a question and answer period, extra email support, and these coaching calls will be recorded and the video and audio will be uploaded so that you can rewatch them or bring the audio podcast recording with you on the go so you can listen whenever and wherever is most convenient for you. You will also get 2 long-distance energy healing Reiki sessions to help clear and align your energy and chakras. There are worksheets that you'll receive to help guide you through each of the week's content. There are daily guided meditations that are different every day that will help you cement what we talk about in each week's coaching session and help you set up a daily meditation practice. You'll also receive your Intuitive Health Crystal set and get 6 months access to the Become Intuitive online tribe, where you'll get full access to everything that's included, including my signature course to help you move through the 5 stages of building and strengthening your intuition. And if you sign up before May 23rd, you will also receive 4 one-on-one coaching calls with me to help make this as easy as possible and have you living your balanced, ideal, healthy lifestyle as fast as possible. At this point, you're probably wondering, how much, right? How much for this investment in my health and well-being and all of these bonus gifts? Obviously, you can see that there's a ton of value here, but don't worry. I'm not going to charge you thousands of dollars. In fact, you can get lifetime access to this course today for one easy payment of $497. And don't let that low price fool you. This is the only time this group coaching program will ever be offered at this price, and I only have 10 spots available. I've been providing one-on-one coaching with my intuitive health system for years, and now I wanted to bring it online in a way that many people can start to transform their lives as fast as possible with lots of support, guidance, encouragement, and accountability. So today, as one of my founding members for the online version of what I've been practicing with individual clients for years, I wanted to offer this to you at a discounted price. Technology and I are agreeing really well right now, and I've been working on the platforms that we're going to be using for the coaching calls and accountability tribes for a while, so that all of this will go as smoothly as possible. But tech glitches may happen. You know, when you're making pancakes for the first time and that first pancake is always a little wonky, but it still tastes great. I thought that for this first pancake online version of my intuitive health system, I would give you a discounted price while still giving you everything you need to succeed, just in case that first pancake comes out with a few technical glitches. But your success is inevitable. And by following the steps outlined in the intuitive health system, you will realize this for yourself and feel your energy and your thoughts and your health shift as you align with who you were really meant to be. Now, if you're still a little hung up on the idea of what if this doesn't work for me, I have a 100% money back guarantee if at the end of this coaching program you aren't happy with your results and you can show me that you've done the work, but it truly didn't work for you. I will give you your money back in full. No issues. I believe so strongly in the system, and I've seen the power of it in my one-on-one clients' transformation, like with Rashmi, Susie, Dan, Dustin, myself, and all of the others that I've helped work with, and I know that it'll work for you. Thank you so much for sticking around with me until the end, and now I want to tell you about that free online event that I'm hosting on the next new moon, June 3rd. It's going to happen on June 3rd with a new moon, and there will be a special new moon ritual where I'll guide you through the energy of this moon and help you go deeper into your intuition, provide some long-distance Reiki energy healing to everybody that comes, and then after it's over, I will be there live for as long as it takes to answer your questions and everything that comes up for you in this exclusive online event, just for those of you who have joined me on this webinar or listened to this podcast and stayed to the end. So go to heatherthatcher.com/webinar event and enter in your email, and you'll get all of the details about when and where to meet for this exclusive online event. And I will also give you that intuition building package in your email. email. And again, if you go to heatherthatcher.com/webinar event and let me know if you watched the webinar or if you listened to the podcast episode. This event is my gift to you, and there will be no pitching, no selling. It's all just about you and your intuitive wellness. Thank you so much for joining me for this webinar, and I really look forward to seeing you at the event. So if you have any questions, put them in the question box below. If you can see that if you're watching the webinar, and if you're listening to the podcast episode of this, then just go to heatherthatcher.com/webinar to access that and be able to ask any questions. I will be very active watching that question box over the next couple of weeks, so feel free to put in any question that you have there. And remember, the 4 additional one-on-one coaching sessions are only available to the people who sign up before May 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Everyone who signs up after that will still get the other bonuses, but those individual coaching calls with just you and me are only available for the people who sign up before May 23rd. So go to heatherthatcher.com/webinar to join us, and make sure that you get there soon because I'm only accepting 10 people for this round of the program. Again, that link is heatherthatcher.com/webinar. Thank you so much again. I am so grateful for your time, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, beautiful soul.